Are you late for Christmas or you have a birthday coming up? Well, today we have our top 10 accessories for 2024, which makes perfect present for yourself or your friends. Let's go.
Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting us and watching Gwen just freaking take it to another level. Gwen can't count, by the way, but we'll get into that later. We got an exciting one for you today. These are the best things that we think for 2024 that there's such amazing things about them. So we're gonna go through them individually and from lowest price to highest price.
Yeah. So
get started.
That's kind of like the fun part. There are some accessories that are pretty cheap, so you can get like anytime, and then some maybe that you plan a bit more expensive. But to start, we have the Manera paddle attachment. It's $14, and basically if you are starting your journey into downwind SUP foiling, you want to practice going upwind with your wing, downwind with your paddle, and maybe you didn't know how to attach your paddle to your wing. How I was doing it before for me was like duct tape, but now there is an actual way that's really good, really well made, Velcro. It fits any wing, and it's going to secure your paddle nicely and reusable. So when you use duct tape, every time you have to reuse duct tape, now you can just use the same system every time and it works perfectly.
All right, so the next on the leash, the next on the list is an Imagine leash. And the reason why I personally like this a lot is it's a longer leash, but it has obviously, can bunch up so it's not like dragging around in this really long, which most leashes are like that. Also has a key attachment, a really good solid strap, so it's never coming off. Just a really durable, trustworthy leash for a really good price. And obviously it's doubled back here, so you have the super strong attachment to your board, but a great leash.
Yeah, $29.99. And what you mentioned earlier, which
and it's got a swivel.
Camera, it has the swivel, so it's not going to get all tangled, and it's wide enough that you could do ankle or calf.
Yep.
And you also actually, the way you do it is you have a waist leash and you lock it in on your waist leash.
And while we're holding on to this leash, it leads us into the next item.
Exactly. So the next one is the duck tool. It comes in two options, either the double at $44 or the single at $33. It's a tool that combines, when you get the double, two T30, T40, most common size for foils, or the hex 5mm. And what I love about it is it floats and then boom, it goes onto your leash, so you forget about it. So if you are gonna go on a downwind there, a bit of a mission, and you have a new foil, you are not exactly sure the way it should be positioned, or the conditions have changed and you can't get up, you need to put your foil further forward, then boom, you have your tool. If you drop it, it floats, you're not gonna lose it, and when you get it tied to your leash, whether your bird leash or your wing leash, same, it just fits there perfectly. So to me, that's why I love this tool.
Yeah, it's a great item. I mean, how many times are you out there winging or downwinding or anything where you really would love to adjust your mast a little further forward for more lift, maybe further back when the swells get pumping? Great way to have something on hand, floats, just a great tool now.
You don't want to go back to your car, so then you have it, it's right there with you.
The next one on the list, everybody's got to have this. This is like not only for you, but for family members and friends. But this is just like a huge changing towel, keeps you warm. You can lay in it. You can actually wear it to school. You can do absolutely everything. You go to work with it. No, it's just super comfy, huge towel, and you can get changed in it from Dakine. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, so when you show up to the spot, maybe you don't want to change in your car, you just wear it, change into your wetsuit, and then when you are done, you can just hop in it, get in your car, and then drive away. I use it all the time. Maybe that's why it doesn't smell too good right now, but it's a great deal.
These are awesome.
Next, we are going to talk about the Manera S-Foam helmet, which in my opinion is a game changer. I don't know if you are like me, you hate bulky helmets. Now you have it, super minimal. It's soft, so it will fit any head shape. It's so like everybody has a different head shape. So how can you make a helmet work under those conditions? Now, boom, it fits your head. And the technology is, even though it's soft and comfortable, at impact, it's hard. This technology has already been used in the mountain biking world, and now it's coming to the water sports industry, and to me, I absolutely love it. Minimal like shape.
Also has ear covers so that you don't blow your eardrums. So it's just super minimalistic. It's not heavy, and I'm telling you, this material is soft to your touch, but hard impact. You're covered. It's absolutely awesome. I think it's the future. I think helmets will go there.
Yeah. So at $89, this helmet is definitely my go-to right now.
And one other point is the bill, having a tiny bill like this. I know it doesn't look like anything, but sometimes you always have the water running down your eyes and you're like pumping and jamming. This keeps it right off your eyes. I know it sounds so minimal, but it's kind of
I usually
important.
don't fall, so that's why I never had this issue.
I fall all the time. I notice it 1000%, so just saying. The next on the list is a Dakine Foil Mat, and this is a no-brainer for, like, I mean, honestly, if your wife or kids want to get you something, or, you know, a good gift for anybody, this you put on the ground. There's a couple benefits. One is you can put your foils on it, change your foils out, adjust them, never scratch them up. But the best benefit, I personally think, because I'm a little crazy, but is sand in your car. Like, if you want to just set this down, you can rinse off your feet, put your shoes on. You'll never have sand anywhere because it falls through the holes. So a great way to change, keep sand out of things, not to mention not scratch up your gear.
Yeah, and the material is doesn't retain any water, so it's not gonna get soaked when you put it back in your car. It fits in a nice small size, and then very easily
Opens up.
And yeah, it's I've been using it a lot. I've actually been using it personally for my camera gear. I just put it on the beach and it keeps my camera gear away from the sand. So to me, that's also another way to use it. Maybe it's specific, but absolutely awesome gift or accessory to have in 2024. We've done already a video on this electric pump, and if you've never been using an electric pump, once you start using it, there's absolutely no way you're gonna go back to using a manual pump. This is a game changer. Not only you just set the pressure, press the button, and then you go put your foil together, you go put your wetsuit on while it's pumping. It will stop automatically at the pressure that you entered. It's always going to be, in my opinion, more accurate than if you do it by hand. I don't know if you've ever like realized or noticed, but like when you pump your wing with the manual pump, your gauge goes like up and down like crazy. This is consistent pressure input, so the reading is really accurate and it stops on the dot every time, up to 20 psi. So it covers literally every wings on the market, whether you are like, you know, high pressure wing, Alula, any other type of wings, or inflatable birds as well.
SUPs.
Most inflatable birds are like 15 to 20, so that's gonna cover that. And in terms of like the range, you know, you have to, you know, pump it every.
Charge it every.
Yeah, you have to charge it every like, I don't know.
Minimal.
5 to 10
You'll be very
wings.
impressed.
So it's a really good deal at $129. To me, I've never went back to a manual pump.
Yeah, once you go here, you're never gonna go back. And if you're fighting it, those that, you know, 20 some years of pumping kites up, I was hesitant to go here. You'll never go back. So get yourself an electric pump.
And it's not that loud. I mean, obviously, you know, it makes some noise, but it's not anything that's gonna be like bothering anybody on the beach. So
you can be stretching while it's pumping up your gear. You can putting stuff together. It's so worth it. All right, the next on the list, you guys have seen this before in some of our videos, is the Anchorman leash. This leash is just cool. It's very unique. You have options to drop your wing and pump around and catch waves. Not to mention, it is a great leash for winging. And yeah, it's got a lot of options to it. Has all the safeties that you need, and we think it's a great leash. And if you're looking to kind of take your maybe winging or prone surfing or whatever it may be to the next level, here's a great opportunity to kind of have assistance, we'll call it, without losing your gear. Yet you still have a safety mechanism that works great.
Yeah, to me, what I love, it's long enough, plenty long. Sometimes I feel like some leash are a bit short, especially when you get a bigger wing. It has a swivel, which I love. Otherwise, you have to keep track of are you driving or tacking, and then it gets all tangled. So the swivel fixes that. And great tool also if you are getting into downwind SUP foiling, because now you can practice. Often the barrier to entry into downwind SUP foiling is the pop-up with the paddle. Now you kind of like skip that phase. You have your wing, you drop your wing, and now you would be downwind SUP foiling. You can learn how to ride the swell before to tackle the pop-up with the paddle.
And those that haven't seen it, it pops. This goes into a parachute, grabs the water, and holds your wing or whatever the item it's attached to. Keeps it nice and solid in the water so you can get back to it.
Okay, the next one, I didn't think I would use it that much in Florida, but lately I've been using it all the time. Whether I'm teaching, so I spend quite some time on the beach in my wetsuit, on and off the water, or actually even riding if it's on a cold day and I have a shorty, but it's just a bit chilly. I'm gonna put that over. So this jacket is just a neoprene jacket that, it doesn't matter if you go in the water, if you get wet, and I've been using it on a jet ski when we are towing. It's just like a great accessory to have when it's a bit colder, but it doesn't quite justify to have like a thicker wetsuit. Boom, now you have your jacket, put it on in between sessions or during the session. To me, it's a game changer at $189. Absolutely love it.
And my 10 cents on it is like, a lot of times just like Gwen said about wetsuits, a lot of people think, just bigger wetsuits. Sometimes it's actually the air temperature that's so frigid and you're wet, so you get freezing. And to have something neoprene cover, it's blocking the wind. So really you're just trying to block the wind from keeping chilly. So if maybe you're downwinding and you're totally up and you're in the elements, but not in the water that's maybe warmer, or scenarios like that, maybe you're kiting or winging, these are awesome to throw over. Like even your wetsuit or top, and you're super warm because it's blocking all the elements and it's super comfy. So we did this a lot through our career forever, is just throwing something over, and it was always something like this, a neoprene blocker that blocks the wind and super warm.
Yeah, so you keep your mobility. It's just a great addition on colder days. Next, we have the Manera Vagabond vest. It's an impact vest, but it's a bit different than what you might have seen on the market. It's a bit new. It comes from this new movement of downwind SUP foiling, where you go a bit further out on the ocean. In Europe, there are some regulation that when you are a certain distance from the shore, you are required to have a light. Boom, now you have a light on your impact vest, and it's required to have a whistle. So now, boom, you also have your whistle.
And this also goes for here in the United States with SUPs. You need a whistle, technically in a PFD.
Yeah, so it's super comfy, still remains minimal. So when you are downwind SUP foiling and you are working hard, this is not gonna get in your way. And it has flotation on the top, but then it's pretty minimal on the bottom, which allows you to wear your harness. So if you are gonna wing upwind, downwind SUP foil down, then you can wear your harness upwind.
And impact padding all around it, which is great for when you're wiping out like me on the downwinders.
Super cozy. And it comes in two colors for somebody that maybe doesn't want black because they want better visibility. You can get it in red, and now you have more visibility. So absolutely love it.
All right, so we just hit our 10 because Gwen can't count. I'm just kidding. That was a joke in the beginning that we started.
That was the surprise.
It's a joke. Surprise. We got two more.
We always want to give you more than what we
promised. The reality
is,
we got more items. So here's the deal. The BbTalkin, look, this is hands down an epic thing to go on an adventure with your friends, whether it's winging, whether it's kiting, whether it's e-foiling, whether it's downwinding. You can talk to your buddies and have a great time. It's super cool. I don't know about you guys, but when I go downwinding, I'm usually by myself because everybody takes off. So it's a great way to be connected and talk to people.
Wait for me.
Slow down, wait. No, it's awesome for teaching. It's awesome for your family. It's awesome to take your kids out. And you can have a helmet, you can have a hat, and obviously Gwen's been using this in the school, and it's just total game changer. The greatest setup that you could possibly have for a lot of variety. And not to mention, this is not just for water. You could do this for many apparatuses. So.
Yeah. Two-way communication, and you can have up to 4 systems, so four people connected at once. You can mute anybody if you are talking anything about somebody and you don't want them to hear. But I've been using it so much for teaching. I've been using it for towing because sometimes you have the noise of the jet ski, and it's easier to just be talking like, yeah, not this one. Yeah, look back, there is another one coming. You can just talk nicely, and then if you fall, okay, I'm down, you can come get me. Just awesome way to communicate on the water, waterproof, obviously, and great sound. Even if it's super windy, you're gonna hear perfectly. So in terms of price, it ranges from $500 to $750, depending on if you get just 2 antennas, if you get a hat or helmet. There is a few combinations available on the website BbTalkin, but that's one of the things I've been using the most lately for so many situations.
And the helmets have like a little neoprene on the inside that can adjust different head sizes, so you can adjust things really easy. It's a no-brainer. It's one of those things like nobody wants to wear them, we'll just say, because you're like, I'm not going to do that. But when you actually use it, it's absolutely awesome.
The last accessory of 2024 that you absolutely need. If I was really good right now, I would just like do that, but maybe we're gonna move things around. Okay, so
this is a must-have.
You must have it. This is the Wing Foil Pro Center towel, which leads us to the fact that any of this you can get it at wingfoilprocenter.com, except for the BbTalkin. We absolutely love it, but we don't sell it. And this shot is actually a shot I took with the drone of Jupiter. Amazing day out at Jupiter, and if you get it, you can even see Damien's van right here. You can
Gwen's van.
See my van. You can see John's car. So we have everybody in there.
And this towel is like no other towel.
Super soft.
This towel, if you're wet and you just touch it to you, you're gonna dry.
You dry.
And then the towel dries.
Oh,
there's nothing like it. If it gets dirty, it cleans itself.
A hook to put it in your van. It's literally the best towel on the market, hands down. Get it right now at Wing Foil Pro Center. You won't be disappointed.
It's a great towel, really.
At 30, at $35, it's the best deal of the year, so go get it. On this note, like we always do, we're gonna leave you on a positive note from the man himself.
Well, when you have all these toys, it's pretty positive, right? So like, life is good when you have all these. No, I would say I'd love to end this video with you guys joining in on this, and Gwen already does this in his life, but sometimes you forget about it. But I would say the most important thing that you could start this 2024 off is set some mini goals or dreams or anything, so, like an accomplishment. It could be like, I want to go talk to the girl somewhere soon. I want to learn how to wing. I want to something. But set a goal and start setting out timelines on how you're going to accomplish it. Because a lot of times we just say, hey, I'm going skiing in Colorado this year, and I never book a trip, and I don't go skiing in Colorado. So set goals to get there. Say, hey, by this week, I'm gonna have my tickets booked. By the next week, I'm gonna have my hotel booked. And then you'll actually manifest it to happen, and you'll make it happen, and your life's gonna be different or better or however it goes. But I challenge you to challenge yourself and your family to set a goal. And it doesn't have to be like something crazy, like start a business or get a better job or whatever it is. It can be as simple as, I wanna eat better this year. So this week, I'm gonna stop drinking coffee every day. I'm gonna drink every other day. Start small and try and build and give yourself props for when you accomplish the little teeny efforts.
Well, yeah, I think if you set yourself a goal that's maybe too far from where you are right now, it might stop you right then, and then you will never do anything about it. Yep. So I think the key is really take the first step, as little as it can be. That's gonna start your journey to whatever your goal is, and that's the most important. Same with everything, you know, we teach you like winging, like, you know, just go out there and start doing it, and then that's a win. It doesn't have to come with like too much expectation of like on day one, this is where I should be. No, I went for day one and I did it, and that's amazing. So I'm on my way, and that's what we are trying to like, you know, convey here is really take the first step toward your goal, and then that will be already a great thing.
Yeah, I just think it's super important. I mean, a couple months ago, this is straight up the truth, I stopped drinking coffee, which is like, why would you, right? You love coffee. And my goal was like 23 or 4 years old or something, I think is when I started coffee. Black Dog up there in Martha's Vineyard. Rob Douglas, thanks for that kick. Now I'm 43 years old. And I never have stopped coffee in my life. And I wanted to just see what would happen. And so I've done this, and I haven't drank coffee for months now. And I'm drinking some mud water and hot water with lemon. And I wanted to see, like, does it change the way I feel? Is it more energy, less energy? Does my body feel different? And I'll get back to you. All I would say is I don't feel like I need it, which is kind of cool. And I wake up with same energy as if I were to drink it. And I just wanted to give it a shot. So that was like one of my little steps that I tried, and I'm still going. And I'm drinking some mud water, which my little 2-year-old goes, "Are you drinking mud?" And I don't know, those are just little challenges that I like to test myself every once in a while, and I've never stopped drinking coffee, so I thought, why not at 43 years old, let's give it a shot. Gwen's not gonna do that.
On this note, we're gonna go get a coffee right now, and then we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.